Hello, everyone, and welcome back to class. My name is Audrey, and today for our speaking lesson, for our conversation lesson, we'll be taking a look at two different artists, looking at 5 paintings or 5 murals from each of them, and trying to figure out what maybe they are trying to tell us about society, what point or purpose they have for their artwork, and comparing their views, okay? So if you've seen the description, you can see that beneath there is a link to the document we'll be looking at. Let me post a link in the chat as well. Okay, so we have 10 different portraits, and both of these artists are what we would call muralists, meaning that they paint murals or they paint large pictures on walls, but they also do other kinds of work. So one of the artists is from Argentina, the other artist is from Italy, and we'll be looking at the different art projects, different artworks that they do, just a few, and discussing different interpretations, okay? So yesterday, if you were with us yesterday, we had a class on art as well. These are 2 new artists, very interesting work, kind of confusing, so hopefully you can look at them and come up with some kind of idea or outlook that these artists have on society. Okay, so we'll start here in just a moment. Let's see who we have so far. Igor, welcome. How are you?
Hi Audrey. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Excellent.
How are you?
Nice to see you today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Wonderful. We also have Ricardo.
Hello, Audrey. Hello, everybody.
Hi, nice to see you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, teacher. And you?
Excellent. And where are you from?
I'm from São Paulo, Brazil.
Okay, excellent. Nice to have you. So it's Ricardo. I'm saying it wrong. Your first name should be Ricardo, right?
Ricardo. Yes, Ricardo.
Okay, very good. We also have Sultan. Are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great, nice to see you. Where are you from?
Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates.
Okay, great. Welcome to the class. And Igor, I didn't ask you, where are you from? I forgot.
I'm from Israel.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So again, you can see the document we're going to be looking at, the presentation, in the chat and in the description. So let me pull it up on the screen and we will go through these. Okay, I don't have a lot of information on the artists that we're going to be looking at, but that's okay because we're trying to use their art to try and find out what they're about and how they feel about the world and society. Okay, so we just know where they're from. The first one is Martin Ron. He's from Argentina. Okay, so let's look first at this first mural of his. And I'll start with Igor. Igor, would you look at this painting and tell us what you see?
The first one?
Yes, the first one.
We can see here some men riding on a skateboard, and instead of his head, he has something mechanical. I don't know what does it exactly looks like, but it looks like maybe the machine. I don't know. And his head of this machine is connected to a wrist of somebody else, with two fingers walking on the floor. And
Mhm.
on the backstage, we see the wall colored in different colors, and the roof, and something surrealistical, I can say.
Mhm. Okay. Very good. Very good. And I also noticed this right here. There's like a frog in behind the man on a skateboard. I think it's a frog or a toad. Looks like.
Yeah,
So
it's cool, maybe.
okay, so looking at this picture, and we don't really have a good idea of the artist or what the artist thinks, but what do you think of when you see this picture, Igor?
I think that really the artist didn't have any idea when he drew this picture. I think he had to fill the space with something. So he drew these strange, unrealistic things, and I don't know what did he wants to convey to audience.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly what did he want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
if we just want to talk about something, we can imagine that we always run in our uh, daily life. Every day we are running, so maybe we have to stop and to think about something and don't rush up every single minute in a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why maybe in this picture we cannot see ahead. And he tried maybe to impress the movement, and he draw men riding on the skateboard, and all of the body is in the movement. I don't know, but really I don't understand this picture. But it's
Yes.
okay.
And yes, that's okay. But you did an excellent job of, and I think that's a good idea. That maybe in this picture, he's trying to say that all the time we're rushing and we don't know what's going on. We can't see what's happening. We're just rushing to do something. Okay, so that could be an interpretation. And next we'll go to Ricardo. Looking at the same painting, what do you think about Igor's interpretation, and do you have one of your own?
I agree. I don't was looking to the frog in the right side, but I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any significance with the hand? Why is
Mm,
there a hand
I
in the
think
front?
it's
Do you
a
have any idea?
woman hand. Woman hand, I think.
Oh, you think if it is a woman's hand,
Yeah, trying to
how might that change things? What would that mean?
trying to drive the man's life.
Could be that, yeah, the woman is the one in charge in this case. She's trying to control him.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. And let's see, we have a new student. Help me with your name.
Oh,
Um,
I'm Sochil. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, good. Fine. And you?
Excellent. Excellent. And where are you from?
Mexico.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So we're looking at these artists. The first one is Martin Ron from Argentina, and we see this painting that he has made. And Igor and Ricardo kind of agree that it's saying something or commenting, or could be commenting about that we're always rushing in life. And maybe Ricardo says that this is a woman's hand, and women are pulling the men and trying to control the men.
Oh.
So,
Ah,
so
I
what do
don't.
you think?
It's weird. It's a frog in the like a bed.
Right, the frog in the corner. I don't understand why the frog is in the corner. I don't know.
It's
think
weird.
I think Igor, you may have had a point when you said he was just trying to fill up the screen and he put random things together. Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific other interpretation? Can you repeat your name for me again?
So chill.
Sochil?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So, do you agree with their interpretations, or do you have maybe one of your own?
Uh, well, I don't understand this image now. I don't
Okay.
have an interpretation.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at the next one, and this is a picture by the same artist. Maybe there's a different interpretation or a more clear message here. So Chino, would you explain what you see here in this one?
Mm, a guy going out of a bottle of painter. Yeah, and hands. And hands. And yeah, it's like if him is like weird.
Okay,
uh,
yeah, it is kind of strange, but what do you think the message is?
mm, be creative.
Okay, being creative. Because he is coming from a thing of paint, so it's kind of maybe what you can create with just paint.
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think, Igor, about this one?
Um, I think that we try to go up to maybe new achievements, but the reality grabs grabs us,
Grabs?
grabs us and pull us down to the earth, and we have to try to fly up, and maybe we have uh, to maybe imagination to fly up, and this is my interpretation, but I'm not sure.
Okay, and that's fine because I have no idea what the artist actually intended by these images, but it's good to kind of try and guess and try and explain possibilities. So in your interpretation, Igor, you kind of see the hands as reality, the reality of life that might try and grab you.
Yes, and and the position of the worst. It's a kind of you can feel I don't know how to say that. It is not tranquility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Right. Like it's not peaceful, maybe.
It's not peaceful, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why. But on the other hand, I can see that this is the woman hand. So if you look at the nails, you can see that the nails are longer than man's nail. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so it could be significant. Yeah, I think it's interesting. And anything else you'd like to add, Sochil?
No.
Okay. So again, we're just trying to understand the artist. So hopefully by seeing more art by the same artist, we'll kind of get an idea, at least what types of things go through the artist's mind.
Yes.
Okay. So let's
Yes.
go to this next one. Igor, could you describe it for us?
Yeah. We can see here on the wall the woman head with a kind of color hair or feathers maybe going out from her head. And in two sides of her face of her head we can see two doors with a man or woman standing in the left door. And that's all.
Okay. Okay, great. So your first opportunity to interpret this is now. So what do you think, Igor? What do you think this is
My
saying?
my first feeling was a carnival. Carnival? How do you say?
Mm-hmm. Carnival?
Carnival, yeah. But I think that the modern art is more connected to feeling and less to the reality. So we have to not to understand the picture, but explain what do we feel. And I think the general feeling when I look at this picture is kind of happiness because of those colors of your head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think that's important what you mentioned. We don't have to necessarily think about what we see, but think about what we feel. And if you see the colors, they're kind of bright colors, bright, happy colors. And she even appears to have a happy, pleasant look on her face.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it kind of gives you a happy feeling or a pleasant feeling. Um, okay, good. And what do you want to add, uh,
Touch you.
Zochiro? Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. I like this one. Yeah, I like it.
It's maybe not as
It's
weird or
strange as the
creepy.
others. Yeah.
Let me just tell you, if you think that this one is weird, wait until you see the next artist, because that's very strange.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, you like this one. And what kind of messages do you think it tells?
It's like showing that the girl has an open mind and she's creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
very
nice.
good.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one then. I think this is the third one in Martine Ron's. So let's go next to this one. And I think this one is a little bit different. It uses different colors than um, the other ones that we've looked at. And I think it changes the feeling. Xochitl, would you explain what you see?
It's a person, a boy, man, no, man, yeah, inside a box, and a girl is like touching another box and moving, well, trying to move in the square or the thing to look for the guy which is inside the other box. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you think when you see it? What do you think this is saying, or what do you think it means?
I think the guy is like always in his job, and that's why he is in the box, and the girl is maybe trying to put him out of the
Mm-hmm.
box. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's a good point that maybe he's wearing a suit, so that could be that he's always in his job, that his job is what's trapping him. Okay. Anything else you wanted to add there?
No, I like the colors.
Okay, so let's go next to Igor. Igor, what do you think?
You can look at this picture from the different point of view. Look at this guy arms. He tries to go out from this box, and the girl, on the other hand, tries to keep him into the box, and she has a lot of boxes there. So maybe those boxes are connected to her previous relation with guys, and she always tries to keep them into the boundary of something. She doesn't give them opportunity to grow up or to go out from her. But it's just for discussing.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Do you think then, according to maybe that idea, that there could be a man in every one of those boxes?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
this is the representation of her previous relationship.
Right, so we're only seeing one man, but really there's a man in all of the boxes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, very good. And thinking about that idea, how would you use the other paintings, Igor, to support that idea?
The previous
Right, the
paintings?
ones that we looked at before by the same artist, do you think that they have similar themes?
Um,
So
give me one
remember the
second
ones with
to.
remember the ones with
Yeah, you
the
know,
hands?
maybe Hans and the mechanical guy. Maybe he tries to say that we have our internal boundaries, internal borders of something, and we try to go out, but we can't. Maybe the reality is more restricted than we should want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand me?
Mm-hmm. Right,
Did,
right. So kind of
did you?
reality is restricting us.
Okay.
Okay, and what about the colors? You mentioned the way that you feel when you see the bright colors. What about the colors in this picture?
The colors are optimistic, but the author uses all kinds of pink, and pink maybe give us the hope. But if you look at the this arc and maybe once again the arc paint our boundaries to the reality.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Any other comments about this one?
No?
Okay, let's go to the next one. And this is the last one by Martin Ron. Maybe the strangest one by him.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Okay, so this one I think is for you to describe, Igor.
Wow. We can see here on the picture in the middle of the picture we can see the man's head with open mouth, and this head is a part of some kind of a machine, driving by somebody else sitting on the right corner of the picture. And this machine also handle the cow, and it looks like man tries to eat this cow because his mouth is open, and that's why maybe he tries to eat this cow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good, very good. So, what is your initial interpretation of this one, Igor?
Even for me, it's too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
let's go first to Sokita. What do you think when you
Sochi. I
Sochiko?
think I think the fat guy which is controlling the machine is like the big corporation of the world, and they are making us, we are the guy, eat things like cows, or I don't know, but they are making us eat what they want, and we don't do anything because we are connected to the machine. It's weird.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think similarly, like that the guy controlling us may be corporations, and it doesn't look like the guy with his mouth open is happy to be eating this. He looks
Yeah.
like he's in pain or he's not happy.
It's
Yeah.
very good interpretation.
It's what, Igor?
It's a good interpretation, I think.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
Do you want to add anything to it?
no, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Douze points.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so
Very nice.
we can look at his facial expression and do you think what is the significance with the way that the guy, the small guy, the fat guy running the machine? Is there a significance in the way he is? Why is he fat and without a shirt?
Well, I have
Any
no
idea?
idea. I have no idea, but the face of a left guy is he looks like he suffer from something.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not sure he's happy to eat this kind of food.
Right, right. And
But
I thought when I saw this, I thought maybe the artist is a vegetarian. I don't know. But it's a possibility. Maybe he doesn't agree with eating cows or eating meat.
Eating cows.
maybe, maybe.
Okay, any other comments about this one? This is the last one from this artist, so we'll talk a little bit about the artist in general. So we've looked at five of these images. The one with the hand and the frog and the skateboard and the paint coming out, all these images. What do you think about the artist, Martin Ron? What do you think about his outlook on life, on society?
Mm, he expressed himself, but in this weird way that not everyone can understand.
Mm-hmm. Right, so he picks these strange ways to express himself. But what do you think he's expressing? How do you think he views society?
He can see the bad side of the society, and he's trying to put it in the paint in the wall, painting that stuff. But not everyone can understand because are weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, so it's not something that's simple and plain. He's drawing these complex pictures that could have multiple interpretations.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing, if you look at his paintings, you can see that mostly on the backstage you can see squares in the first, second, and the second picture, and at this picture, you can see squares. Maybe he tries to tell us that the life goes in certain way in somebody uh, makes our life very very restricted.
Mm-hmm.
And in the third picture, he used also kinds of boxes or cubes to describe maybe the border of our life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too, that in a lot of the pictures they had these squares, and even with the man that was in the boxes, but on the rest of the pictures it's just in the background, these squares. And we can say that squares might represent the restrictions of society. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, other comments.
How
Go
did you
ahead.
get to this author?
How did I find this artist?
Yeah.
I found an article about 10 different surprising artists, and both of these that we're looking at today are some of those from that article. So I can send you the original article that has all of the different strange artists on it if you'd like.
Yes, that will be great.
Yeah, let me do that
The
before I
article
forget.
was about
The article
that's
was about, I think it was about surprising um, art. Let me see.
okay.
Oh, the article is called 10 Magical Pieces of Street Art.
Ah, okay. So this
Okay.
article was positive.
Right, the article was positive. And I don't
Okay.
remember which piece of art was in the article, but the article was just mentioned one of the paintings by Martin Ron.
I see.
Okay, and let me post that there in the chat if you want to take a look at it. Okay, but we'll go to the next artist. The next artist is called simply Nemos, and he's from Italy. And it was very difficult for me to find any information on Nemos. I found more on Martin Ron than Nemos, but his art is quite strange. So let's look at this first one. And
What?
let's talk about the artist Martin Ron was a muralist. So he all the paintings that we looked at were murals, big paintings on walls. But Nemos does murals as well, but he also does other types of art. So this is not a mural, as you can see.
What does it mean, murals?
A mural is like a really large piece of artwork that you usually see on a wall, maybe like a side of a building or something. Okay, so if you saw, let's go back just a little bit to these ones. You'll see this is a huge piece of art that's on a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are, this is on a concrete wall. This is on the wall in a building. So they're all big pieces of art on walls. That's a mural.
Okay.
Okay? So this is the first one by Nemos. And who was it that described the last one? I don't remember.
I
Uh,
think him.
Okay, so it's your turn. Could you
Out.
describe for us what you see here?
um, yes, it's like the TV has prisoners, the people, and he don't want to let them out, and they are trying to get out, but the TV is terrible and don't want to let them out. Yeah.
Right, right. So we see this TV character who's holding so many people prisoner in his body. So Very interesting. So what is the interpretation? And you already gave us a little bit, but what else would you want to say?
That in the real life, the TV make the people get like obsessed with their stupid TV shows, and I think that's what he means.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think, Igor? Do you agree?
Actually, I agree, but as one as love TV so much, it's hard to me to realize that the TV shows are really not so good for watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I like TV shows, and as much as they weird, I like them more.
Mm-hmm.
Can I can can I say it this way?
You mean like you like the weirder shows more?
Yeah, yeah, I like reality show. I like, all of the garbage.
I see, I see.
I'm
So
not
maybe
perfect. I'm not perfect.
Igor, maybe you are inside of, is that your hand there? Inside there?
Uh, yeah, yeah, I like, I think that it's a kind of entertainment. I don't take too much seriously these TV shows, and sometimes it's very interesting for me to look how the producers make this show interesting for audience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I sometimes I like to look how do they manipulate people in the show to make the show interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I like.
Okay, very good. So you kind of agree with Xochitl about the interpretation, but you maybe disagree with the message or disagree with the artist that sometimes TV can be good.
It's a kind of, you spend your time watching TV, and sometimes it helps us to relax after the work day, and to cool down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent, excellent. So let's look at the next picture. But before we do, what about the colors? What about the colors in this one?
Sad colors.
Yeah,
Right, they're
it's
kind
mostly
of depressing.
gray.
It gives
Excuse
you
me?
kind of a sad, depressed feeling, I think, when you see these colors.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the next one. And this is a mural. You can see it's up on a large wall. And we still have these strange looking characters. Igor, could you explain it to us, what you see?
I'll try my best. It's not easy. It's in in the center of the picture we can see the kind of monster. He has a large head with small eyes and small face and very thick hands, and his hands uh, touches sorry, his hands touch a kind of maybe sun, the sun, and in the bottom of the picture we can see a man spreading his hands to two sides, and instead of head we can see a smiley face instead of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's
Okay,
all.
right. The only question I have is that man part of the mural? I can't tell. I can't tell if he's part of the mural or if he's just standing there.
I think he is the part of the mirror because if you look at his head, you can see that there is a smiley on his head.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
It looks like he's the part of the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is all strange. What do you think, Igor?
Eh, I don't have any feelings, but I like the window in the left side of the mirror and the representation of the sun behind the mirror, behind the
Mm-hmm.
window, behind the window. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm not connected to this picture really. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
any feeling. It looks very strange.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. And maybe there's some sort of significance with what the man is doing with the sun. What do you think, Xochitl?
Mm, it's weird. I think the ugly person in the middle or in the right side, it's like doesn't work his brain and he's like turning up the sun or something like that. And I think it represents ourselves killing our own world. Yeah, like killing the world. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you see that he is maybe breaking the sun. He's breaking off the pieces of the sun.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So maybe this is why he's such an unpleasant looking person or such an ugly man is because he's doing something negative or bad for the world.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the guy in the corner?
I think it is real, but it have a box with a happy face in the face to don't show his real face. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and maybe it's a real person standing there in front of the mural with this box. Maybe it's even the artist who doesn't want to be
Oh,
known.
maybe.
He's trying to hide, but he wants to be in the picture. So
Yeah.
could be the artist.
Hmm.
Okay, any other thoughts about this one,
Not,
Igor?
no, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, I don't know. It looks a little bit depressive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the colors, even though the colors are kind of bright, you have that orange, it's still kind of it's a depressing
Yes,
area, depressing colors, and the man is so ugly, that's depressing.
different kinds of gray,
Mm-hmm.
like a book, no? 40 colors of gray. How do you call it?
Right. 50 Shades
Okay.
of Grey.
Yeah, 50 shades of gray.
I think
And
this one probably is a different topic, though.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
right. But this is a strange one. It's hard to interpret the meaning, but I think that was a good one about maybe he's destroying the world or destroying the climate, the environment. Okay, could be. Let's look at the next one by Nemos. And we see again this TV screen for a head. Um, so let's see. Sochitom, would you explain this one to us?
Let me see. It's another TV eating spaghetti, but it doesn't have a mouth, so it is punching the tenedor, no sé cómo se diga en inglés, in the screen, so it is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it means something.
Okay, so let's think maybe about um, let's think about what
Let's I think the
Did you have a
artist
question?
has. I think the artist has something against the TV.
Yes, and if you'll look at some more of his work, you'll notice that almost all of his paintings, at least the ones that I saw, have people with televisions as heads.
Yeah.
So I think he does have a personal opposition to television. Maybe he just really hates television or
Yeah,
has
maybe.
had a bad experience with television.
This picture, it's not difficult to explain. It seems to me that he tried to say that our brain become a spaghetti when we are watching television,
Mm-hmm.
and just breaking the television, breaking this kind of entertainment, we can to be free from this bullshit that television give us every day.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. So it's a similar message to the first one that we're kind of trapped inside the television, according to the painter. And this one, like you said, might even be saying something about our brains being like spaghetti. Okay,
Uh-huh.
very interesting. And
For
other
example,
comments, go ahead.
for example, in Russian there is a idiom,
Idiom.
an idiom that tells that putting the spaghetti on the ears, it means to lie to somebody. So maybe in Italia, in Italy, this is the same meaning about spaghetti. I don't know.
Maybe that it's connected to lying.
Yeah, that
Interesting.
the meaning is the television is lying us every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be, and it'd be interesting to hear from somebody from Italy, somebody Italian, so maybe they have a similar expression or they have some kind of connection to that.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's look at the next one by Nemos. And this one's really weird too.
Oh,
Igor, would you describe it for us?
On this picture, we can see another monster with a big, unproportional head and a big mouth open. And once again, the arm is very thick, um, and
You mean skin?
and at the bottom of the on of this picture, we can see, I think, bolts and a kind of I don't know how to say that, nail when he wants to build a building,
Mm-hmm.
a
Nails.
wood nails, yeah. Um, and the eyes of this monster looks like the hole of the key, like the key.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, those are like hole, or we could say keyholes. His eyes are keyholes. And what is at the bottom? It's not nails. What is at the bottom?
I don't know.
Do you
I'm
know?
trying to
So do you know
enlarge this picture.
what's at the bottom? Those are all keys. They're
Ah,
all
those
different keys.
keys. Okay, okay, okay.
Right. So he has keyholes for eyes, and at the bottom, he's swimming in this pile of keys. Okay. So what do you think about
Yeah.
this one, Igor?
Oof. Um, I don't know. Really, I don't know. I don't have any idea. Maybe he tried to say that we have to open our mind to our problems because when I look at his mouth has the corners. Uh, um, is, I think his mouth says that the person is very sad and
Mm-hmm.
maybe angry of somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like somebody opened this mouth with those keys and didn't hear uh, very happy things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. And what do you think, Xochitl? Are you
Oh,
there?
what? Sorry? Sorry, sorry.
No problem. What do you think when you see this picture?
Um, if the guy, the fat guy without shirt, represent the society, and we are blind, so he is looking for the right key to see again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. So maybe we're blind. He's looking for the right key to open his eyes. He needs a key to open his eyes.
Yeah.
But why is he sad then?
Sorry, what?
Why is he sad?
Oh, because he can't see anything, I think.
Right, he can't see anything and he's trying to open it up. And what I think maybe maybe might be the problem is he wants to see, but he can't see enough to find the key to be able to see, right? Because you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
see to find the key so that
Yeah.
he can see. So maybe that's the problem. He's looking for the key so he can open his eyes, but he can't find the key because he's blind. Okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So so
It's
maybe
not it's not easy to connect to this kind of art.
Yeah.
yes, there maybe not universal feelings that these people are representing. It's hard to kind of see what they mean or how they're feeling. But I guess looking at this difficult kind of art, we try and by looking at more and more of it from the same artist, we try and get some kind of idea as to what the artist feels or what the artist thinks.
Okay, but I think that sometimes um, artists just paint something or just create something that without any meaning, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and there are a lot of critics, professional critics that tries to explain things that in reality don't really exist.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
they just try to write something in articles or they post on internet. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. But I don't know. I think my son paint maybe better than this artist. But
Yeah.
I'm not objective. Uh, I'm not objective.
Right, right. But I think that's a good point that sometimes there isn't meaning behind a painting. Sometimes people just paint whatever they want and they just get a feeling, they paint something, and maybe there's not a feeling behind it. Okay,
Exactly.
that's true. So there's about 1 minute left in the class. Let's kind of compare the two artists. Do you think that they have similar ideas?
Yes,
Uh,
Okay, how do you think they're similar?
because they have strange, like they make strange paints to express what they think about society, and yeah, it's weird.
So they
They
both
are
have
not
kind of
common.
strange, yeah, they both have kind of strange ways of expressing themselves. Igor, do you want to mention maybe how they might be different?
the second one is more pessimistic than the first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it is difficult for me to explain something that I don't really understand. But I'm just a human being, so I don't understand everything. It's okay.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay. But I appreciate all of your great ideas because even if we don't understand it, at least we can propose some
Yes.
possibilities. And even if they're not true, at least we're practicing our English, which is the ultimate goal, right?
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you both of you for joining the class.
Ciao. Bye bye.
Bye bye.